This video has a summary of the essay Headdresses by Joseph Addison. The author of this essay, Joseph Addison, is an English essayist, poet, and dramatist. Along with Richard Steele, he has co-founded two periodicals by the name The Tatler and The Spectator. Many essays which were published in The Tatler were about English manners and society, and some of them were intended as satires to laugh at the funny fashion styles and silly manners of the people and the times. In this essay, Addison chooses to talk about the elaborate headdresses which were worn by women of the upper class society. Women paid a lot of attention to the headdresses that they wore. It was set in different angles, in different heights, and there were different types also. They were the headdresses were so tall that women were very taller than men, and men who were in the company of women who wore headdresses, they appeared to be very short. They appeared like dwarfs, and hence Addison compares them to grasshoppers because of the difference in the height between men and women. And the whole essay, Addison chooses to laugh at this funny fashion style of which women followed during the times. Addison chooses to call women as architects of headdresses because just like how architects will pay a lot of attention to the building that they work on, these women who were interested in carrying a headdress um, paid a lot of attention and spent a lot of their time in shaping their headdresses. Headdresses came in different shapes. Some women wore their headdress in the shape of a pyramid, and some in the shape of a tower. Some headdresses were so pointed, like that of a staple, and the heads of these women, when seen together, appear to be pruned and lopped like trees. Uh, there's a funny quote by Juvenal who describes women without a headdress as pygmies and with one as a colossus. So, when they were without their headdress, they were very short like pygmies, and when they carried a headdress, they appeared very gigantic and they appeared to be a colossal image. Next, Addison talks about how this fashion style came to an end. All thanks goes to a monk by name Thomas Connect. He was a French Carmelite friar and preacher, and he brought about this reformation among women. He motivated them to lose their headdresses, and he repeatedly talked to them about how unimportant and how um, funny this fashion style was. And while he was giving sermons in the church, he used to talk to women about how their heads looked like a forest of cedars. And finally, he was able to make the women understand. And through he once such an incident happened that his motivation reached a high point where all the women threw down their headdresses and a bonfire was set. After this incident, women gradually stopped wearing their headdresses. Some of the women who continued this practice, they were stone pelted by angry mob on the streets. But when the monk moved out of town, when he was posted to some other place, this fashion style, which earlier was like a snail which withdrew into its shell, came back into style. The last part of the essay is designed as an advice to the ladies who were so dedicated to this fashion style. Addison tells us that head naturally has a beautiful alignment which should not be altered or disturbed by any artificial additions. So by artificial additions, he means the style of headdresses. And to women, he says that they are naturally blessed with beautiful features on their face. Like they have vermilion lips, bright red lips, double row of ivory like beautiful teeth, and they have a very bright, beautiful eyes on their face. Now he says that all these beautiful features will go unnoticed if a headdress is worn by them. All attention and all focus will go on to the headdress, and people will miss the naturally beautiful features on their face. So that is why he very insistently he keeps saying that ornaments should not in any way spoil the symmetry of the human body. Here, Addison ends the essay, but if we look closely at the essay, we'll understand that the whole essay is intended to be a satire on the silly style of headdresses worn by the rich class women of Addison's times.